I'm not like an objects kind of guy. So I mean, it's more really about peace of mind, if anything.
So Alex, remind me again, when did you actually start trading? What year was that?
So I graduated college. So 2013 is when I started. Yeah.
2013.
Yeah.
I was curious on where you like now, like from the beginning when you first started, you probably spend money on X, and now you spend money on Y. Like, what do you like to splurge on? What do you like to do now?
Well, it was funny because I remember when things were really good, like 18, 19, and 20. I'd set goals for myself, where it's like if I did this, I would reward myself with this.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is I pretty much never actually bought the thing that I rewarded because it was almost just like something to get me excited about.
Okay.
And so I laugh on it because when things were slow in the last like 18 months or whatever, I was like, I'm really glad I didn't buy all those things that I said I was going to buy, because now I just have enough money to feel the freedom and not like be worried like I was in the beginning. It was always like, I've got to make X, or I've got to hit these numbers. And then it kind of became more about freedom, just kind of not having to worry about things that much anymore.
So would you say then you more so you don't really spend your money? Like you like?
No, we do. So like we traveled a lot last year. Obviously, I have a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
So for a while we were at home a lot, and we kind of got into like fancy wine. That was kind of like our thing. We were stuck at home and a couple nice meals out. But no, I mean we have a nice house. But yeah, most of our monies are spent on like traveling cool places. Like we're going to Vail next week, so do this little fly fishing and stuff like that. But I'm not like an objects kind of guy. So I mean, it's more really about peace of mind, if anything, because I was kind of always raised kind of worried about money and thinking about money, and now it's just not nice not to worry about money anymore.
Hey, we wouldn't be able to do these face-to-face interviews if it wasn't for our sponsor, Cobra Trading. So if you can just give them a few seconds of your time, we'd really appreciate it. Cobra Trading is the go-to broker for day traders and short sellers. And I'm not the only one saying this. In fact, Benzinga awarded Cobra Trading as the go-to broker for short selling. They have a heavy focus on direct market access order routing, so you have the fastest execution. They have some of the best locate prices and availability. They also have amazing customer service. I've experienced many different brokers, and it's why I use them every single day and why I'm proud to have them as our sponsor. Sign up now by clicking the Be the Trader referral link below and earn 1 free month of software with Cobra and 25% off all commissions. Now let's get back to the show. You know, when you were raised that way, I love that you brought that up, because a lot of people are raised that way. You know, a lot of us who are interested in trading start off interested in trading to what? Get out of that way, right? And so was that kind of a hurdle for you throughout your trading to kind of like get out of that mindset? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, did it kind of hurt you at all, or?
I think it also helped me because in the beginning I was raised to save money. So it was always like put money away for rainy day.
Yep.
So that helps a lot. It was really weird whenever the P&Ls started getting big. So you get big wins, and that was cool. But then take those big losses, sometimes you're like, oh my God, that was a lot of money. That was, I mean, that was cars, you know?
Yep.
And so that was weird to start dealing with whenever I got up there.
Did that like kind of set you back in terms of like it kind of made you stuck for a little bit because that was hard to get used to, or is it just like, oh, and then move on? Yeah,
I mean, to be quite honest, I'd say the biggest problem now is that I've had a really good streak, and I've had a lot, and I've kind of gotten, I guess you could say, like a little complacent because I'm really happy with where I am.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to do is go backwards. So pressing really hard has kind of changed for me now. So I guess I'm more picky about when I press, because it's not like I'm needing more. Anything else is it's just more fun, I guess you could say. So yeah.
So you don't have, I'm just curious, because like I know for me, like I don't really buy too much for myself,
right,
but I do splurge on some things personally. Like, is there one thing that you like to splurge on for yourself? Like on that once in a blue moon, you're like, you know what, I'll do that for myself. Is there anything that you like to do for yourself? Or if not, like, do you like really like to put like maybe in self-education, maybe in taking your friends out, like anything like that? I'm just curious.
No, I mean, yeah, I live a social life, and I like to be able to go out and not have to like worry about, you know, a meal or things like that. But again, it goes into travel. Like we went to Europe for a couple weeks last year, Vail, Disney, all that stuff, and just not having to like just do what you want. That's instead amazing. Of kind of trying to think about, you know, trying to cut corners here and there. Be like, you know, I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. Yep. So yeah, I guess for us it's travel, and my wife likes to spend money too, so I'm trying to keep her happy. So
yeah, absolutely. Well, look, man, I appreciate so much just sharing this. a little bit like what you like to like do nowadays, now that you actually worked your butt off. Which, by the way, man, congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Full-time 10 years is amazing.
Thank you.
So again, thanks for being here, brother.
Yeah, man.